Shalom, shalom. And to that I want to say, Kal Halayim, La Alahai Nawa Yahweh, Ba'asham Yawashai, Bahasham Makakudash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone rule well. Shalom unto the brothers that pushing his works, his truth, and its sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And shalom, unto the Israelites who have been scattered among the heathen nation. And shalom unto the sincere Akwat, who's listening and learning, obeying their husband. This is your brother Karatazar from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp out of Trinidad and Tobago. Alright. I want to do this lesson real quick. Alright, and it's just going down to always keep in that mindset of self-examination, right? To examine thyself, right? And because, right, don't let that go over your head, right? Don't let that go over your head because to myself I also do a lot of that, and by doing a lot of that actually build me to the person that I am today. All right, from through the Spirit. All right, and you constantly need to examine yourself. That's why Scripture mentioned to examine yourself daily. All right, and walking within the truth. These are the things that it is necessary to do, because it is a tool, and it is a very powerful tool, right? By examining yourself, because when you examine yourself, you make yourself sharper. It's like you basically have a knife, or not a knife. Let's use an engine per se, right? Let's say in the F1 within the NASA, not in the NASA but in the NASCARs, right? They constantly tweaking, tuning these vehicles, right? They constantly tuning them to work in top functionality at a peak level. And even the vehicle at a peak level in performance, they are still tweaking. So that way, you understand that, hey, our learning is never limited. Our learning, is far beyond from what you even know. All right, and this is why you constantly pray. Right, this is the book of Job 22 and 21. It said, acquaint now thyself with him. And who is that him? That him is Yahweh, right? And be at peace thereby. Good shall come unto thee. Received, I pray thee, the law from his mouth, and lay up his words in thine heart, right? Which is la'ab, your mind, right? And it said, verse 23, if thou return to me, if thou return to the Almighty, thou shalt be built up. Thou shalt put away iniquity far from thy tabernacles. All right. So when you examine yourself daily, right, you remove iniquity far away from you, far away, right? And what happens, that it basically becomes a habit, and it becomes a good habit, because when you do that, you can pinpoint where you are going off, right? You can pinpoint where you are going off, and also as well, you with your channel, because I was watching a video, with the apostles, and the elders today, they was talking about, that your channel is basically like a business, right? And I never take it into that perspective, right? Because, as they was saying, you will do XYZ, for your personal business, but you wouldn't do so for the Lord, and in a thing where within a thing where, because I am basically self-employed, and I try to balance that scale. But sometimes things are so hectic that, your mind just flustered. Sometimes your mind just flustered, right? But when the Spirit do hit you, you work. Sometimes it's, 4 videos, 3 videos, right? One time. All right. And also, something that along the way, and what I learned as well too, is even when you're not even when the Spirit is not on you to do a video, and you're seeing 4 days, 5 days pass, when you reach in your solitude, in a quiet space, your home or in your vehicle, bro, take your sackcloth and throw it on. Take your sackcloth and put it on. Because I done it many times. Many times. And that also goes back to self-examination too, because it has sometimes demons just jump on us, Demons just jump on us to lower our spirits, from doing videos, This is why a sackcloth is important. A sackcloth is not just a cloth, When you're going out on the highways and byways, representing Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai, and praising his name, it's not just a sackcloth, It's not just a piece of material, That become that cloth with your fringes. That is is where you just put on because you're mourning. That is a serious piece of fabric. That becomes a serious fabric. Right? So anytime you're not in the spirit to do a video, you're not going to get the spirit to do a video, and you see in 3 days, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, almost a week coming to a close, and you ain't pop no video, put on your sackcloth. Put on your sackcloth, and I'm telling you, you are going to feel in the spirit to do a video, because your sackcloth is not just a piece of fabric. Your sackcloth is not just a piece of fabric. All right, so was back and forth with some stuff today, and I came into the vehicle and I said, hey, before I pull off, let me just do a little video, a little quick edification, and keep it pressing, so always be in that spirit to examine yourself. When you're feeling down within the spirit and you can't do a video, or the spirit in jump on you to do a video, just put on your sackcloth. Put on your sackcloth. Alright, so hey, I hope this video was edifying. And to that, I would like to say Kal Halayam La Allah Hainawa Yakawa Ba Hashem Yawashai Ba Hashem Bakakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and others of great mystery. Well, Shalom unto the brothers, and Shalom unto the Akwat who's listening and learning. This is Brother Karatazar. Until next time, Shalom.